Hello, good morning. This is Crystal, the Foxy Colorist. And like I said, good morning. It's morning time here in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's a rainy day, actually. Normally this time of morning, I would be out in my yard pruning back my plants. But yeah, it's raining right now, so I'm not gonna be able to do that until it slows down a little bit. I'm gonna call this coloring session inspired coloring, because I actually have a book, with inspirational, it actually has scriptures in it, the word of God, which is very inspirational to me. But yeah, I'm just gonna call this coloring session inspired coloring. There are a lot of different coloring books that have motivational sayings, and I have a lot of them. This is one of them. I actually got this as a gift on Mother's Day from my cousin. Amazing Grace coloring book. And I wanted to color this picture right here. Joshua 24:15. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And last night I had the great opportunity to do some coloring at one of my favorite coffee houses, the Woodstock Coffee Shop. And I did some coloring with some friends. And what we went over last night was actually shading. And they were like, Crystal, you need to do some shading coloring on your channel. Don't show everything already colored. Color it. So I was like, all right, Crystal, go for it. Don't be worried about the light on the camera and, all that. You're going to get better at that. Sometimes you just got to jump in with both feet and go for it. So that's what I'm doing right now. So actually, I kind of already started a little bit. I based, and I've seen this in some videos. Some people base pictures with alcohol markers. So I started with a base on this house. I think it's so cute. Has a little tea. Looks like a little tea shop. It does. It's like a little tea shop. But I based it with alcohol markers. And I used it's BG1 and BG3. And I've learned that stands for blue-green. At first, I had no idea. But that's what I did. I went ahead and I started with the lightest. Last night, I was telling my friends to always start light. Because if you start dark, how you going to go back? They do have like some alcohol markers that take color out. Or if you're doing like a colored pencil, you can like erase. But start light. Always start light. You can never go wrong when you start light. So that's what I did. So I started with the lightest blue-green one. And then I call myself acting like the sun is like coming from this way. But anyway, I don't know which way the sun is coming from on this picture. But I just wanted to create this side a little bit darker. I've been working on that. Not just coloring everything the exact same picture, the exact same shade. I wanted to make one side light, one side dark. So then I went in, I have my, what is it, my, well, this is a marker too. It's a fine liner and a marker. And I'm going in and I'm making the roof just a little bit darker. I was actually looking at the roofs on the houses in my neighborhood. I can sit here and color and look out the window. And I noticed that all of them were darker than the actual home itself. So I said, well, let me imitate that. Of course, let me tell you this. You can make it any color that you want it to be, okay? You are the boss. When you are coloring, you can do your thing. It's your business. I want it to be this color, and that's it. Okay, but for me, I said, okay, let me just make it a little bit darker. See how it goes. So I am going to attempt to color this as I chat with you all. I'm certain at some point in the video, I'm going to speed through it a little bit. But I did want to, listen to the people my friends who come and look at the videos on my channel. And I appreciate you so much. M. Bean, thank you for the shout out. Oh my gosh. I was like, Foxy Color, wait a minute. Oh, that's me. Thank you so much for the shout out. You have given me my very first shout out. very first. I'm so inspired by that. I love her channel. She's like the scientist of coloring. She experiments in so many different ways. I just love it. When she does that, she does like a 3-color challenge. And when you pull the markers out that bag, it's like a black bag. I'm like, is that a trash bag? She pulling 3 markers out of a bag and she colors it. Whatever comes out of that bag is the color the picture's gonna be. That's brave. That woman is brave. I'm not there yet. You know, I'm not there yet. So I know I'm chatting a lot, y'all. That's what I do. I think I'm gonna make this, and I color swatch these brush pens. Anybody who knows me knows that this is definitely a challenge for me. But I don't know if I want to make because that don't really match to me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go around with the shutters. I'm gonna make the shutters a little bit. Since I said blue green. I'm gonna add in some blue. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add in some blue. And since I'm already coloring, you know, with my alcohol markers, of course, right now I'm looking for my swatch chart for my alcohol markers. But if I don't find it, I might not use it. Okay, girl. Okay, y'all, why is it right here? It's right here. I put everything where I can find it. Therefore, I can never find it. Look at that. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with this number 70. It's looking like it might flow in with the but you know what? I'm gonna start with 76 because 70 is a little dark, and I just said go light first because you can recover. So I'm actually gonna follow my own rule. Look at that. I'm listening to myself, y'all. I'm trying to mature. I'm trying to grow up. So 76, which is sky, it says, and 70, which is royal. So we're going to start with 76 alcohol marker. And again, I want to go light first. And I'm using this blue since I had it was a blue, a BG gray. So I'm going to stay in that same family. Yes. I'm working on, you know, matching my colors from the aspect of picking colors that actually complement each other. I started coloring to relax. I think I've said this in, you know, another video. I'm a software developer, and sometimes when I get off work, I just want to play in the sand and color. There's no sand around here, so we're going to have to go with the color. All right, so I'm going outside the line. I'm not very happy about that, but, you know, sometimes you got to do that. Go outside the line, live on the edge, all of that. So I'm liking that. I'm going to go in right here with this. And again, for my Jennifers, for my Ivies, for my D's, and you know who you are. Yes, I'm starting light first, as we discussed. Okay. And I notice also sometimes when I don't totally fill in the color completely, I tend to do better. And do better, you know, I mean, as, you know, by like blending or just, I don't know, it just kind of looks a little bit, you know, better. I used to always just be so pressed about, oh my gosh, I got to make sure every bit of the picture is colored in. And I'm like, sometimes it's what you don't color that makes what you did color pop. I learned that. I did. So yes. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? I should have colored the windows. Ooh. Before I colored the house. Because, baby, it is leaking. It's leaking. But, you know, we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. We're not going to worry about that right now. And we're going to loop back. We're going to put a pin in that overage. And we're going to loop back to that. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to loop back. Because sometimes you got to, you know, take your time. You can't fix everything all at once. And you have to what? Trust the process. You have to what? trust the process. Ooh, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, coloring these windows on this house. I actually like this picture. It's really cute. Look at this little, I was about to say duck. How would a duck get there? Well, you know, ducks can't fly. I've seen them get a little height on them. You know, a little wind beneath their wings. But Crystal, I think that's a bird. Okay. Okay. So question. You know, sometimes I'll have a book, and I'll look at the picture. I'll start coloring, and midway through, I'll be like, okay, what exactly is that? What is that an image of? Because I don't know. I don't know what that is. Did that happen to you? You're just going along coloring, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, what is that? What is that a picture of? Yeah. In a lot of cases, I don't think those pictures are drawn by humans when that occurs. I don't think they are. But yeah, it's funny. I remember this one book. You know, I still have it. I was looking at it, and I think the person had about 8 fingers. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. She got 8 fingers. What's wrong with her? She's not supposed to, She has 8 fingers. Something's going on. You know, and that's when I was really new to coloring too. So, you know, I wasn't aware that, you know, coloring books, you know, could be, you know, generated, and we're just going to say different ways. But yeah, I thought that was weird. The way I'm going outside the line, y'all, okay? I'm going to fix it, though. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to trust the process, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to fix it. All right, so as far as these windows are concerned, they're really starting to look like tie-dye. I had these 2 colors. But it's gonna come together. Yes. So, I looked at several videos on alcohol markers and blending them, and you know, I'm still, ooh, I got a piece of paper underneath here. Oh, thank you, God. Okay. I'm still learning. I am still learning. I am. But guess what I'm doing? I'm enjoying it while I learn. I am. I'm not being too hard on myself. When I do a good job, I'm clapping. When I do something that doesn't look too great, I say, okay, how could I have done that better? Yeah. Because I like coloring, but now that I've been, you know, coloring for, you know, like 2 years now, and, you know, I see other people's wonderful artwork, you know, I want to be like them. I do. I want my picture to look fantastic as well. So, yes. Okay, so why does this marker, it seems a little dry, y'all? It seems a little dry. It does. Ooh. Do I use it a lot? I don't think I use it a lot. And I like the brush nib better than the chisel. I really do. Look at how I'm holding this. Not even going to help. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually come back and go around the window with like an ink pen or something of that nature. So you really can't see that as much. How about that? All right. So let me get to coloring. Yeah, I'm not going to, yeah, Crystal, this right here is done for. You're going to have to do something else. You know what? So I wanted to be nice and have like a little shadow cast, but I think I'm going to make this darker so that maybe I can help with the fact that I colored out the lines so much, outside the lines so much. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, so how do you fix your work? Like, okay, give me something like, you know, when I'm coloring with my colored pencils and I pick up the wrong color because it looked like the color that I was using, I normally do fill in the blank. Or when I was coloring with my markers, the color combination that I picked started going way to the left. So I fill in the blank. Yeah, I'm going to have to look up, do a search to see if there are any videos on, you know, like, let's say when you make and we won't even call it a mistake, or when you see something that you would like to clear up. Let's just call it that. What are some things you can do? You know, I'm old school, and, you know, back in the day when we used to use typewriters, yes, I learned how to type on a typewriter in school. Yes, I'm old school, big time. You know, we had that correction tape. So what would you call the correction tape of adult coloring? Like, okay, this is my go-to. This is my go-to. I know for me, sometimes I love to use the, what is it? The pen that has the zero value on it. I love using that pen. You know, alcohol markers. I remember when I first got alcohol markers, I thought that pen, it was used for, used for blending, I guess. But, you know, then when I used it, it didn't seem like it was, you know, blending at all. But, you know, I might not have been using it correctly, to the pen's defense. But, yeah, it didn't look too blended to me. It just looked like it was removing some of the color. That's what it looked like to me. All right, I'm liking this a whole lot better. I am. I'm liking this a whole lot better. So as I colored this, I am probably just gonna at some point speed the video up and put in a voiceover, because I definitely need to practice on doing voiceovers after the fact for my videos. So I'm gonna do that. But if you're watching this, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm enjoying, you know, making videos of myself coloring. I love to color. It's very relaxing. A lot of my friends now color because I color. So I really like it. I used to, when I would have stress, I used to go running, and I used to be a runner. Yes, ma'am, I used to be a runner. And all I would do was run, pound, 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 pound. And guess what? I now have a hip replacement because I was doing too much. I should have varied my exercise routine, but, you know, I really liked running, so that's what I did. But it's okay, though. I now walk, and I now color to help alleviate stress. So, you know, there's always other avenues, different turns you can take, different things you can do. Okay, so now you see, I see this harsh line. I see this harsh line because what? I probably should have started blending before this got dry. So I'm looking for the zero marker. I'm looking for the zero marker, and I'm gonna see if it could come to my rescue. If it can, okay, y'all. What do you use this for? What is it? What is it used for? I don't get it. Help. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna need somebody to comment. Is this what I should be doing? Now I'm messing up the window again. That's looking all right. I'm not mad about that. But I don't like that part. All right, let me go back. Let me get the lighter. The lighter one. BG1. Let me get BG1. Let's see if this will help correct this some. All right. We're just going to do that. We are. We're just going to do this. I'm going to trust the process. Yes. Okay, so I am going to speed the video up, do some voice over as you all watch me color. It's Crystal, the Foxy Colorist. having fun coloring in the great state of Georgia. Yes, it's a rainy Saturday. I'm waiting for the rain to stop. But until then, I'm going to sit in color. I am. All right, as this picture begins to develop, you'll see that my color theme, right now I have the blues in there, but I'm going to graduate to some greens, some grays, more grays, and some actual like brownish greens as the picture develops. I also wanted to say that I ended up changing this to color me inspired. I said many things while I was coloring this picture, but the actual theme of these types of books when I color them are going to be color me inspired, because I actually purchased them to get inspired. That's why I purchased them. So yes, you'll see me here continuing to work on like the bricks. I really like the way that they came out in the end. And yes, I'm using my Prismacolor pencils along with my alcohol markers to develop this picture. So I hope you're enjoying this coloring video. Like I said, I needed to practice my voiceovers. I actually sped the coloring part up so the video wouldn't be so long. So I might just add a little feel-good music to this as well. Enjoy. All right, so looking at my little tea house, I'm liking the way that it's coming together. Again, not really sure. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. I am going to work on this little area right here. I love my little bricks. The bricks situation, yes, in blue, I like that. That came out really well. And the way this blended together is really well. I'm still new with working with alcohol markers, but I do love coloring with them because when my hands are tired from coloring with color pencils, I don't know about, some of you all, but I got an indentation on my finger. Can y'all see that? Where's my hand? There I go. I hope you can see that. That's from coloring with colored pencils so much. So sometimes I need to take a break and use some markers. So that's what I'm doing, using a combination of them. So what you're going to see when I come back is actually the finished picture. Yes. Joshua 24:15, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Yes. Inspired coloring with Foxy the Colors. All right. I'll be right back. All right. And we're back. Yes. Look. I think it actually came out pretty nicely. Yeah. Joshua 24:15, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I'm really excited about the fact that I was able to use my fine liners. I bought a huge pack of Statler fine liners, and it's very hard for me to work in using them somehow because I really don't like to color with them per se, because I don't color things that have like really small areas, but I was actually able to use them to outline this lettering, so I was happy about that. Yay, I used my fine liners. I had said in one of my videos that I want to use the supplies that I hardly ever use because I have so many of them and I'm not even using them. But then I want to buy more. Okay, go figure. I used a lot of alcohol markers. What are these? Okay, Sanjoka. I got these from Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. Yes, but these are really nice. Yeah, the colors. I tried to blend all the different colors of green. It seems like there's always a lot of different greens in packs of crayons, colored pencils, and alcohol markers. But I was determined not to use so much green on these. I don't even know what they are, big berry trees, but I like it. I think it came out really nice. Yes, I'm loving the blue situation, the brick. I really like that. I'm impressed. I can see growth. Yes, I can. And this is it's like a stub blender. I use this a lot of times to blend my colored pencils. I used, what are these? Prisma Colors. And if you've used Prisma Colors before, you know that they can be very pigmented and they lay down a lot of color, and it can be really, I just say thick sometimes because it's just a lot of color that gets laid down on the paper. So I like to use my little, I don't even know what this is really technically called, but I call it my little nut blender. The nut blender. Yes, that's what I call it. Yeah, so Prisma Colors. I use my alcohol markers. I was able to use my Black Widow pencils. Now, I heard a review on these Black Widow pencils. It was done by Evelyn Colors. And let me tell y'all something. The only reason why I got these pencils because the brown one is called Foxy Brown. Y'all know I had to have it. I had to have it. Let me see if I can locate it real quick. But when she was doing her swatching, and she said, oh yes, this one, it's named Foxy Brown or Foxy something. I was like, oh, I'm ordering them. Even if I never use them, I'm definitely getting them because it's called, there it is right there. There it is. Yep. They named this pencil after me, y'all. Yes, they did. Foxy Brown. Yep. That made me buy these pencils just because of that. I'll link her channel also as well. She has a lot of good reviews on it for colored pencils. I have bought a lot of stuff, and I tell my husband that it's her fault. Do you all do that? Yes. Yeah. A great channel though. Great place to go and look at supplies and, determine if you really want to spend the money on them. But I really like this, how this came out using alcohol markers, fine liners, colored pencils, and my gel pens. Yes, I was able to use my gel pens just a little bit like on this cup here, on the antenna. Okay, so who grew up when they had a big antenna on their house for the television before cable? When there were only like 3 channels and you could only watch cartoons during a certain time. Like now my kids, when they grew up, cartoons were on 24/7. For us, we had to work hard, do our chores, and, pray to God that my mom would let us watch cartoons on Saturday morning. But then they went off and we had to go outside and play. Who remembers that life? That was the life. Well, yes, I hope you like this. This is my inspired coloring. Yes, there are a lot of books that have a lot of inspirational quotes, a lot of books that have scripture in them that I love them. And I love to spend time, especially early in the morning, coloring them. I take time out of my day, early morning, to spend time with God. And on Fridays, I call it my Fun Fridays with God. I love to color in books like this and other inspirational books. So I would like to thank my cousin, Dee Dee, for this book, Amazing Grace coloring book. I got it as a gift for Mother's Day. Yes, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make a comment, like, subscribe to my channel. I plan on having a lot more fun over here coloring. Yes, and you know what? I am actually going to do a background for this picture using these Uli chalk crayons. But that's going to be a different video. Yeah, a different video. So until next time, this is Colored by Crystal, the Foxy Colorist. with my inspirational coloring session. Inspirational coloring session. That's what we're going to call it. Coloring books that motivate you, give you things to think about, help you to grow higher. Yes. Help you to have positive thoughts, because we all need positive thoughts. If you're a colorist, you're awesome. I know you know how to relax and unwind, and that's a great thing. Until next time,